most beneficent, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Here at the Holy Kaaba, and I just thought it would be nice to look at the meaning of the word Kaaba and the names that the house of God has been given. So what we find is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala refers to the Kaaba in the Holy Quran with that name, Kaaba. Imam al-Sadiq, peace be upon him, was asked, Lima summiyat al-Kaaba Ka'batun? Why was the Kaaba, why is the Kaaba called Kaaba? And he answers, قال لأنها مربعة, because it is a cube. And the word Kaaba in Arabic has a meaning of cubicle, that which is cubicle or square. So then the guy who was asking him continued, وَلِمَا صَارَتْ مُرَبَّعَةً? Why was it in a square? Why was it in a cube? So he says, لِأَنَّا بِحِذَاءِ الْبَيْتِ الْمَعْمُورِ وَهُوَ مُرَبَّعٌ, because it is directly at the foot, or directly underneath at the foot of the Baytul Ma'mur, which is the house of God in the heavens, directly parallel above the Kaaba in the heavens, where the angels revolve, circumambulate and glorify Allah. And he said, and that is a square cube. So therefore, because it's directly above that, directly below that, it is also in that shape. So then the asker says, وَلِمَ صَارَ الْبَيْتِ الْمَعْمُورُ مُرَبَّعًا? And why is that Bayt al-Ma'mur that's up in the heavens, why is that cubicle and square? So the Imam then says, لِأَنَّهَا بِحِذَاءِ الْعَرْشِ وَهُوَ مُرَبَّعٌ, because it is also at the base or the foot of the Arsh, the throne of Allah, which is also in a square, based on a square foundation or a cube. So then he's asked, وَلِمَ صَارَ الْعَرْشِ مُرَبَّعًا? And why is the throne also on a square cube shape? He says, فَقَالَ إِنَّ الْكَلِمَاتِ الَّتِي بُنِيَ عَلَيْهَا الْإِسْلَامِ أَرْبَعٌ, because the words that Islam has been founded upon are four, and these form the four corners of the throne of God, which represents the four corners of the Bayt al-Ma'mur, which represents the four corners of the Kaaba. And they are, Subhanallah, glory be to Allah. Glory here meaning glory be, He is far and distant from all one can imagine and attribute to Him. Walhamdulillah is the second one, and all praise be to Allah. Praise in the sense is how He is within everything and how He is close to everything, closer to us than our jugular vein, closer to us than our jugular vein, and how we are to ourselves. And the third word is وَلَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ, and there is no God other than Allah. Negation of any false gods, negation of other than Allah, and affirmation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of pure tawheed. And the fourth is Wallahu Akbar. Allah is greater than anything you can perceive. Any problem you have, remember Allahu Akbar. Allah is greater than that. Anything one finds big and great, remember Allahu Akbar. Allah is greater than that. This is the motto of the believer. So these four words are the reason for the square cubicle formation of the throne, which is why the Bayt al-Ma'mur is like that in the heavens, and why the Kaaba is like that. So the fundamental foundations are Subhanallahi walhamdulillahi wa la ilaha illallahu wallahu akbar. And how amazing is that? Another perspective, another name for the Kaaba in the Holy Quran, Allah has called it in the Quran in Surah Al-Hajj. It says وَلْيَطَّوَّفُوا بِالْبَيْتِ الْعَتِيقِ, and to circumambulate around the Bayt al-Atiq, the house that is also translated as the ancient house. But itq in Arabic, the Atiq comes from ataqa itq, which means to be freed or to free. And this is why we see Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam say, peace be upon him, وَهُوَ بَيْتٌ حُرٌّ, this house is a free house, عَتِيقٌ مِنَ النَّاسِ, free from people. لَمْ يَمْلِكُ أَحَدٌ, no one owns or possesses this house. It only belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is the free house. And that is why in the famous story in the Quran, when Abdul Muttalib, the grandfather of the Prophet, was the caretaker of the house, and it was going to be attacked by Abraha and his army of elephants and to destroy the Kaaba, they came to him and said, why don't you prepare, why don't you defend, why don't you put a plan in action? He said, lahu rabbun yahmih, that this house has a Lord who will protect it. It is his responsibility to protect it, not mine, because it has an owner and he is the owner. So this is the way. It is the free house, and it is the house that frees. It is the house that frees the slaves that come here, slaves to desires, slaves to false gods. It is where freedom is attained. It is the access of freedom, this house of God, the Kaaba, the Baytul Atiq. And also, it is also known as the sacred house, Al-Baytul Haram, sacred because it is free from impurities. It is free from any false idols and polytheism. So these are some of the names given to this place: the Kaaba, the Baytul Atiq, the ancient house, and the sacred house. Let us pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He gives us the opportunity to come here again and again and honor this house and uphold it and keep it a place where His worship is flourished, and it is a house that flourishes till the end of time. Thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.